All right, baby, let's look at patch notes. These are the season 4 patch notes. The Marvel Rivals universe is shifting. Some are getting recharged. Some are facing nerfs. A new team-up changes are bringing even more epic showdowns. Let's break down which heroes are getting a power boost and who's feeling the sting. So, we'll go one by one. We'll start with Cap. Cap's output is getting a slight downgrade. Remove team-up anchor bonus, 5% damage boost. Okay. So have they removed it entirely or they've reduced it by 5? It says remove, so have they removed it entirely? 5%? With how dominant Cap's been in pro level play, I don't know if that's even nearly enough. That seems like super lackluster to me, but okay. Doc Strange. Sorcerer Supreme is now casting faster, but he's trading a bit of survivability for offensive mystique. Reduce Maelstrom and Mana's cooldown from 8 to 6. And reduce base health from 600 to 575. The Maelstrom and Madness is nice because there's quite a lot of times where one of the skills with Strange I feel like is trying to manage that Maelstrom and Madness cooldown. Because if you pop it to 100, you often have to pop it and then you gotta wait a lot. You gotta wait a while until then you can use it in combination with your ult. You know what I mean? To like time that ult out. So this certainly makes managing that a lot easier and just generally much higher damage output. So I don't mind this. 575 for a main tank feels really low, doesn't it? I mean, maybe it's because it'd be way too strong otherwise. And I suppose the shield makes up for that a little bit. That feels like sub 600 HP for a tank. Feels like it's going to be rough. Okay, Emma Frost. The White Queen's control and survivability getting a little less unbreakable. Increased Diamond Fall cooldown from 15 to 18. And reduce... Oh, this is a big one. Reduce telepathic pulse energy gained when hitting shields from 10 to 5. That's a big one. I actually like this change. I think I am an Emma player, obviously. The Diamond Fall cooldown, again, is one of those things, you know, that is such a mainstay of her kit, right? It's just more punishing if you pop it at a bad time. So it's just... you still get the rewards if you use it well, but it's more punishing if you use it accidentally or fuck it up or whatever. So I don't mind that. This one's a big one. What you could do with Emma a lot of the times is, particularly in the beginning as you're kind of poking and moving forward, is you can just like sit on Strange and sit on Mag or sit on the enemy Emma and just like keep building up that pulse. Like keep building up the energy. And then when you get to 100, that's when you get aggressive and that's when you move and take the space, right? This just delays that and makes it much harder for you to build that up just purely through like tank to tank. So I don't mind these changes. Obviously, it doesn't change. I still think Emma's going to be a staple. I still think she's going to be very good. I don't see this making her fall out of the meta completely, but it's definitely going to make it harder for her to pressure that front side when they're running like these kind of mainstay tanks. So I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Penny. Enemies caught in Penny's webs are in for a stickier situation. And her ultimate ability got slightly more threatening. Spider Drone new effect. Now slows enemies hit by 8%. Each hit stacks the effect and resets the... What the actual fuck? Oh my god, dude. What? That is an insane buff. Oh my god. That is an absolutely absurd buff. Like 40% is a crazy amount that keeps resetting for every time you're hit for 2 seconds. This basically means that if you're going to try and take out the nests, you have to commit. But her ult, man... Her ult is going to provide, essentially, she gets a drone every half second now. So her ult, the slow on that is going to be wild behavior. Because you can just blank it like you do anyway as Penny, but then it facilitates, it's so much more of a combo play now because you can facilitate so much with that slow. Even just like DPS hitting headshots and stuff, it'll make it so much easier over the top of a penny ult. Like, oh my God. Hi, Alex. This is such a huge penny buff. Damn, I'm kind of terrified of pennies now, if I'm honest. Is it talking about the web or the drone's actually hitting? Is the drone's hitting you? So when it hits, it's 8% for each drone, up to 40% stacking. And each time you get hit, it resets to another 2 seconds. Yeah, it's the drone's not the web. But she also gets it in her ult, right? And the release time is quicker in the ult. So she just gets free slow as part of the ult. This also helps her combo herself, right? Because if someone steps in, let's say someone steps in to take out the nest, and you take out the nest, but you've been hit by like 3 or 4 drones while doing it, which is not going to be uncommon. It makes it a lot easier for Penny then to land the mines on you because you're already slowed. So it enables her to then stack for herself and throw the mines over the top of it. So this is just a crazy ass buff. Movement is so key in this game. It's like essential. So any kind of slow stuns, stuff like that are like, yeah. Thor, my boy. What have you done? What have you done? Increase movement speed during ultimate from 600 to 700. I like it. I like it. That's actually crazy. That's actually insane. Wait a second. That's actually fucking disgusting. I'll tell you why in a second. After ultimate ability lands, stun surrounding enemies. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious. Thor is so fucking good this season. Okay, I'll tell you why this is insane. This is faster than any hero in the game, I'm pretty sure. That's all good, Lena. That's all good. I hope work is okay. I'm pretty sure that Thor and Hulk have the max running speed or move speed, and it's 650. Don't quote me on that, but it's either 650 or 750, but I'm pretty sure it's 650 because they buffed it a couple of patches ago. So this is faster than anyone can move. Apart from maybe Luna in her passive. And obviously you've still got movement abilities. But combined with the slow from your E, it's so much easier to land this. And then you stun as well when you land. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Thor is gonna be insane. Like, you run a Thor Angela. Yeah, not even like with Angela's tether, but also just like the team up. Because in my head, you throw the spear as Thor, you land it, you jump to it, you pop your E, you do a little hammer combo, and then you pop your ult over the top, and you're pretty much guaranteed any kill you want with that combo. Anyone. And then just for good measure, they get stunned, and then you can pop your awakening as you land. Oh shit! BP. So Charlie's survivability after striking a marked enemy is now less kingly. Reduced bonus health gained when striking Vibranium marked enemies with Spirit Run from 30 to 25. Okay, reduced base health from 300 to 275. If this was a standalone nerf, I would say that it's okay. I don't think it does anything to change the problem with the hero at all. We talked about it earlier, right? The problem with BP is you cannot track him when he's dashing around. So the survivability is nice. You can burst him easier, but they need to slow. Yeah, exactly, Lena. Exactly that. This does nothing to change what makes BP insanely broken. And now, with the Gamma team up, like these are good nerfs for him, right? I think he was way too strong because 300 HP already, and then you get bonus HP every time you hit, was kind of wild. He could have like fucking 400 HP or some shit, right? As a dive duelist. So I don't mind these changes. I think these are good. But then you give him an auto shield. It just it makes all of this redundant. If you can get BP Hulk, and it doesn't address the problem. BP is going to be permabanned. Either BP or Hulk is still going to be permad, I reckon, for the most part. Have you not seen the team up, Lena? Yeah, he gets an automatic Hulk shield when he gets a certain threshold. So you can't burst him down. You can't stun lock him and burst him because he'll get the shield in between. Yep. I think they really missed the mark with this one, if I'm honest. And there's going to be a big fight about it online. I think you guys know that as well. I think all the BP players are going to go, oh, not my BP. Oh, listen, you fucking lucked out that only your HP has been done. And then you've got one of the most busted fucking team ups in the game. Crazy. For your hero. Blade! The Daywalker sword just got a little sharper. More melee damage for those who hunt in the night. Yeah, good change. I think part of Blade's problem was his sword damage was super lackluster. So don't mind this. Don't mind this at all. 2 damage. Not too bad, not too bad. Over the course of like the damage that you do, I think that will add up quite a lot. So we'll have to see how that feels for Blade players, but I think there's a good change. I don't think he needed a massive buff. He's very situational, I feel like Blade. Magic! Oh my god, here we go. Oh my god, this is... Oh my god. Magic is going fucking crazy. Okay. Magic loses her team up anchor bonus, but gets a whole arsenal upgrade to compensate. So they've removed the 15% damage boost for the team up that she had with BP. Reduced charge time required for magic / max damage from 1.8 to 1.2. That's the right click throwy thing. So nice, quick. She can like quick fire that a lot easier. It's going to help with her combo potential as well. That's big. Magic / new effect. Projectile now pierces and reduces. Oh my god, what? It now pierces enemies and reduces stepping disc cooldown by 1 second per enemy pierced. So even more mobility. Oh boy, that is some big buffies. Increased soul sword damage from 65 to 75. I'm assuming that's to compensate for the loss of the anchor bonus. As I'm guessing most of these are. Eldritch will damage, 45 to 50. What's 15% of 45? Fuck me, I did that wrong. Divided by 100 times by 15. 6.75. Okay, so it loses a slight bit of damage. But like 1 damage. Gains a very slight bit of damage on the soul sword. Demon's range damage per hit from 18 to 20. Melee normal attack damage from 30 to 40. So this is basically very similar. Maybe some slight hit or misses across the board. During Darkchild, increase Eldritch Will single hit damage from 35 to 45. Oh, again, this is probably just compensation, right? An Umbral Incursion damage from 135 to 40. Okay. So all in all, some like pretty nice magic buffs, I think. So like damage is going to be very similar because this is just compensation. I think the magic slash is kind of nice for magic players. With the team up though, I think the team up could make her super, super viable, like super good. Yeah, so we'll see where she kind of fits in, but I think magic players should be fairly happy. Overall, that's some good buffs. Moon Knight. Moonblade now holds up to 2 charges, each taking 6 seconds to recharge. That's the right click, right? Moonblade. Can't one-shot in support ult with magical anymore, I don't think. I mean, it's the same damage. Apart from Umbral Incursion damage is probably less, so actually that's a bit nerfed. Because it's just compensating for the 15% that you guys had before. But you might be right, Fair. You might be right. I'm not clued up on my magic combos. This is just a nice quality of life, I guess. And a bit more burst potential for Moon Knight, more than anything, because you can just double tap it, right? So you can ank, throw a couple of left clicks, 2 right clicks, and you could probably burst someone real quick. And more HP, right? Because he gets bonus HP on the Moonblade. Actually, this might be kind of nice for like burst combos. I don't know what the cooldown was on Moonblade before this, so someone will have to tell me if that's like an increase in cooldown timer. But overall, seems pretty good for Moon Knight. Psylocke. Decrease the retrieve damage of Wing Shriekens per hit from 12 to 8. Oh, that's quite significant for the burst combo. That's quite significant. I wonder if that means you can't one-shot anymore, and that's enough to not be able to one-shot. Because that's quite a lot of damage. So this is the right click that you throw into them, and then you retrieve it back through. But usually you like quick double tap it. So you like go left click, right click, retrieve into left click or into a dash. So I wonder, we would have to test it out in the range, but I'm assuming this means you can't one-shot anymore. Or you at least have to use like an extra dash or something to one-shot now over the top of it. So I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Means Psylocke players are going to have to be a lot more careful about when they're dipping in and out, I think. Wanda's survivability and ultimate are getting a magical upgrade. Again, can now be healed by teammates during Mystic Projection. That's big. That's so fucking massive. Increased damage. 9999. It's a guaranteed one shot no matter what. Now pulls in nearby and oh my fucking god. Oh my god, dude. Scarlet Witch just got such a huge fucking buff. That is insane. Okay, let me tell you why they've done this from 800 to 999, because a lot of you might be like, that makes no sense. It's to stop things like Strange Shield or Emma Shield being able to block. So now you cannot stand near it. If you are near it, you will die regardless. With the exception of maybe the Mag Curtain. Might be able to, because I don't believe that's a damage limit. I believe that's just a soak. But like Mag Ult, you can't soak anything with the Mag Bubble. I'm not sure you could before. Strange Shield. Hulk Bubble is not going to save you. Basically, if you're in it, you're dead. This is massive. Being able to just like... I mean, you're still CC. Yeah. I mean, you can still get CC'd, right? But this means you can pocket her and make sure that she doesn't die to like damage during it. But the one that I'm looking at is this one right here. Pulls in nearby enemies in a 15-meter radius. That is... The combination of these is absurd. That is now a very good ultimate, I think. Because either, this is the situation, right? With this, you now have two choices. You CC her, or you try and burst her. Because most people are not going to be able to get out of dodge. I'm assuming this doesn't, like, does this disable things like dashes? So if you're BP, does it have a grounding effect while it's pulling you in? Can you get out of it? Can you double jump out of it? Things like that. I'm assuming it doesn't. So I'm assuming you can still use movement abilities, because otherwise that would be mega fucking broken. But that is a mega buff. Squirrel Girl! Reduce burst acorn damage from 110 to 100. Okay. Not a lot, but we'll take it. Increase the hit damage of Squirrel Blockade from 35 to 50. Squirrel Blockade's the stun, right? Yeah. So now the stun does more damage. And increase Mammal Bond cooldown from 10 to 15. Okay, the cooldown's kind of nice. So she can't, like, double up all the time. Mag Bubble can block it. Are you sure? Oh, are you saying because maybe it only takes in the shield's health? It doesn't account for Mag's health on top of that, so it will just blow the bubble up no matter how much HP it has. But then Mag is safe underneath. Oh, so maybe it doesn't go through Hulk shield then, if that's how it works. I mean, we'll have to see. I'm sure people are going to test it. Not bad for Squirrel Girl nerfs, all in all. Is it enough? I don't think so. I'd have liked to see this number drop a little bit, maybe to like 90. But we'll take it. It's a start. It's a start. We know that they tend to be very conservative with their reductions and buffs and nerfs. So, right, Winter Soldier. Bucky's getting a handy improvement to his close quarters control. Trooper's Fist, new effect. Second Strike now applies a 1-second debuff to enemies hit. What? Wait, which ability is that? Is that... where is he? Oh my god, you guys. Second strike? What does it mean, second strike? Oh, it's in the... Oh, it's in the uppercut. Oh my god, dude. He gets a grounding effect for 1 second after using his uppercut. He's now a really good... He already kind of was. Like, his punch is already kind of effective, as well as his E and his... and his hook was already pretty good anti-dive. This is kind of... They're firmly trying to cement him as like an anti-dive DPS. This is an interesting change. I don't think Bucky needed anything, but it's interesting that they've given him it to try and help deal with dive. Before we move on to strategist, glaringly obvious problems that I see right now. Human Torch, completely untouched. Completely untouched. I think that is a problem. I think this hero is dumb as fuck, and the fact that they haven't touched him is kind of insane. Iron Man not being touched as well. I think Iron Man is a ridiculous hero. Wolverine not being changed. Like, how many seasons are we going to have to deal with this Wolverine before they realize that having a fucking 90% ban rate means that people don't want to play into this fucking hero? Those are the glaringly obvious problems that I see, but we'll see how it shakes out. Maybe the meta or some of these changes kind of deter it anyway. Well, we never know until we kind of get into it. All right, strategist, invis. Increase slow effect to enemies passing through Guardian Shield from 30 to 35%. Guys, I'm going to be so real. I didn't even know it did that. And I'm a Sue main. I didn't even know it slowed. So you're thinking if you uppercut the Wanda as she's ulting instead of trying to hook her, that it might stop it because she's grounded. I know that Thor's E, for example, that effect stops Star-Lord ult. So it might do. It might just make her float to the floor, but not stop the actual thing. Again, that's going to be a test thing, isn't it, really, Yanni? Invisible boundary, healing per second from 165 to 180. Okay. And slows enemies within range by 20%. The ult does? Okay, that's kind of nice. That's kind of nice. That's actually really nice for Invis. There's a lot of use cases where that's going to come in really, really handy. Damn, that's some good buffs for Invis. Oh, I'm glad it's not just me. I had no idea this slowed. That's crazy work. Jeffy! Jeff's ultimate leaves a healing pool. Hey! Luna was right. We talked about it. I'm gonna screenshot this and send it to her. So it leaves a healing pool after use. It now leaves an 8-meter radius healing pool at the point of activation that heals allies within range. Oh my god, what? 100 health a second for 8 seconds? That's wild! Oh my god, Jeff just got a crazy buff. That is crazy work. 100 HP a second for 8 seconds? It's the new Luna. Like, you drop that on a point, or you drop that like near a cart or something. Dude, you're not fighting into that. You're not fighting anywhere near that. On domination, you just leave that shit on point. You ain't fighting into that. Oh my god, dude. They did exactly what we said they were going to do. They kind of caved, right? Everyone complained that Jeff's isn't a healing ult. Everyone fucking went mental, and they caved. Again, the same as what they did with Rocket. So while I think this is a lovely change for Jeff, and this is going to make Jeff mains everywhere really happy, and they're going to not get as much hate, which I think is a good thing, for the health of the game, I think this is a bad thing. Because what this is signaling to the community and what this is signaling to everyone is if you moan enough, you complain enough, we would just change every strategist ult into a healing ult. And we'll cave. And we'll give it some healing. Every single one. Goddamn. Aren't other healing ults like 250? Yeah, for sure, fair. Yeah. But you've also got to remember that Jeff ult isn't just the healing. That healing is additive. So they haven't taken anything away. So you still have the crazy playmaking that you can have with a Jeff. But it also means that if you're using Jeff as a support ult, in terms of, let's say your team gets Agamotto'd, This is something that I know Luna does a lot. Let's say your team gets Agamotto'd. You use Jeff to swallow your team. It means that you can, as the Jeff, just play around that pool and keep yourself alive while keeping your entire team up during that duration. So like this just creates so much more use cases that's going to be really solid for Jeff to do it as a support ult, not as an aggro. So it's going to be much harder to burst the Jeff, I feel like, if they decide to sit within the healing pool. But cool. All right, big change. Loki. Less damage, healing, and ultimate ability. Active time for the God of Mischief. Reduce illusions damage and healing ratio. Oh, that's a big change. I like it a lot. I'll tell you why I like this particularly in a second. Reduce God of Mischief shapeshift period from 15 to 12. If using an active duration ability, e.g. Lunar Snow Ultimate, reduce shapeshift residual period after the ability ends from 5 to 3. I'm assuming this is to stop. Some people found some exploits of things like being able to double Iron Man ult and stuff. It's good. I think the shapeshift period is good, but most of the time you don't need that 12 seconds. I feel like you shapeshift when you know you're going to want to pop it very shortly, so I don't think this is as damaging. And then the residual period is kind of cool, but yeah, okay. This is the big change. And the reason I like this one over what they did before, instead of just changing the flat numbers, hi Kay! Instead of just like changing the flat numbers across the board, this is encouraging you to play predominantly with your main hero over your illusions. So it changes the way that you've got to play Loki, and that if you want the maximum output, you're going to have to work with your main, like, and position your main a lot more carefully. And I think that's good. I think that's a good way to approach it. So rather than just reducing the actual damage by 20% for all of them, hit the illusions. Yeah, I like this a lot. I like this change a lot. I still think Loki is going to be really solid. I don't think this shoves him out of the meta particularly. Maybe in combination with the Luna nerfs. I don't know, but it's still going to be very good. Luna. Reduce Fate of Both Worlds from 12 to 10. Not even remotely enough. It should have been 8. It should have been 8. Like max. Like 2 seconds is nice. This doesn't... Okay, so the issue here is Luna Loki together guarantees you right now 24 seconds of pretty much invulnerability, right? It means it stalls out the fight and means you cannot fight for like 24 seconds. 20 seconds is not that different. Don't get me wrong, in a game of Marvel Rivals, everything can flip on a dime, right? So yes, 4 seconds can be a lot. But to like kick them out of the meta and like make space for others, no. This needed to be 8, I think. I think 8 seconds is still amazingly strong. I still think that's a really good ult. I mean, it's a start. It's a start. I'll take it. It's a start, but it's not enough. Mantis! Movement boost from Nature's favor. Now decays to 0 over 2 seconds after being hit instead of instantly disappearing. Oh, that's just a flat move boost? Oh, shit. Mantis is really fucking quick now then. I mean, she always was, but it's a nice quality of life change for Mantis. It's a really nice quality of life. So this happens whenever you use any of your leaves. You get a move boost. And if you got hit, it would instantly disappear. Now it decays over 2 seconds. That's a nice little quality of life for Mantis. Getting even stronger. People are still going to complain. As I know all too well right now. Yeah, 2 seconds glitch. Ugh. What a joke. You can Mag and Phoenix combo her. What, Luna? Yeah, I know. There are, like, don't get me wrong, there are ways to like try and burst these guys, like Iron Man ult, Mag Phoenix, you know, these kind of things. But it just, I don't know, man. 2 seconds is not enough. But anyway. Ultron. Ultron now deals extra pain. Ultimate ability new effect deals 125% damage to bonus health. That's interesting. That's kind of interesting. It's not like a massive. It's not like an insane. I mean, 25% is nothing to shake a stick at. I wonder if you could use this now as like almost like a counter Mantisoul or like counter Adamol, like specifically target like anti cap as well. It could definitely be like target capsule as well. Nice little very mini buff for Ultron, I think. Interesting way to approach it. Ultron's in a bit of a weird spot, I feel like, where he can really only run in a triple, but his damage is kind of absurd and he's really hard to deal with. I think maybe less so. I think Angela will probably deal with him pretty well from what we saw of the gameplay trailer and being able to like kidnap him midair and stuff. But all right, the team ups we know, but let's just get a little extra info. As the team up anchor, Angela gains 100 HP. That's actually quite significant. And Thor gains a new Thunderstrike Pike ability from his team up. Fuck yeah. We know these have been removed. Black Panther joining the Gamma with Hulk, which we know is ridiculous. And then Magic joining the team up with Strong J. Looks like the Arcane Magic is getting a bit weaker for Scarlet Witch. Reduce sorcery surge explosion damage upon hit. Oh, they're nerfing the Scarlet Witch part of it. Interesting. I like this actually, given how much they've just fucking mega buffed Scarlet Witch. I don't mind this at all. I think the team up was kind of wild. Interesting. The Marvel Rivals universe is ever evolving, and we've got plenty more surprising updates on the horizon in season 4. Stay tuned. All right, what are the big takeaways, chat? What do you think? What are you taking away from these patch notes? Yeah, exactly. Fair. Exactly that. Yeah. Yep. Ultron's crazy in triple. 3 support meta will probably be back. I mean, we've been seeing a lot of triple support this season, Glitch. I know you haven't played a huge amount. We've seen a lot of triple support with how good Luna Loki is. We've seen a lot of like Luna Loki Mantis, Luna Loki Adam, Luna Loki Ultron, Luna Ultron Adam, Luna Ultron Mantis. Like triple support is still very much a staple. For the supports, I think this is kind of nice. It does bring Invis and Jeff kind of a bit more in line. With the power of Loki and Luna. So you can definitely justify an Invis pick now, for sure. Like, over a Loki Luna and high elo. The slow's really nice. The extra healing's nice. I think Jeff mains are going to be happy with this, for sure. This could definitely have some amazing use cases. I still think Loki Luna is going to be dominant. Like, 10 seconds does nothing. I think Luna is still, like, incredibly S tier. Maybe Loki's probably hit a bit harder. I think Loki might not see as much play, but Luna for sure will. I think Luna will end up being the anchor for most trip supports as well, I would imagine. Thor with dash, BP with auto shield, Scarlet getting healed while invulnerable. True. And maybe that's what we need to take away from this, is that, yeah, the supports objectively might not feel like they've been nerfed enough. Because I do, I've said this to you guys many times. I think the healing in this game is far too strong as a whole, and I think it's power creeped up. It keeps power creeping up and up and up. And you notice it when you play something like Overwatch. You notice it a lot. But maybe Angela and the changes to some of the Vanguards can put a lot more pressure. I think Thor particularly is going to be a staple. I cannot wait to get my hands on new Thor. I think he's going to be a fucking menace. And I think support is going to have a hard time kind of staying alive against it. Fucking BP's team up is absurd, dude. Yeah, most of this is pretty good in theory. I think a lot of this is good changes. The Scarlet Witch buffs are fucking insane. But most of this is like pretty cool, just incremental changes. My big gripe is that Human Torch has not been touched. That's my big problem here with the DPS. that Torch has not been buffed. I also don't think the cap nerf is enough. I think 5% damage is so fucking minimal. The cap is still going to be insane. And I think Penny is... Oh my god, Penny. Penny's going to be fucking ridiculous. So my takeaways... I think watch out for pennies. I think on certain maps, Penny's going to be unstoppable and need to be permabanned. Watch out for Strange as an anchor for team-ups. Strange comps are going to be kind of goated. Thor is going to be an absolute fucking monster. Magic, I think, is going to see a lot more play. And I think this Moon Knight is secretly a really good buff for him. I think there's a lot of use cases where Moon Knights are going to get a lot of value at being able to double Moonblade and get that extra HP to survive when needed while bursting. And then Scarlet Witch. Holy fuck dicks. I don't think Squirrel Girl was nerfed enough, but whatever. The Psylocke nerf is not terrible. It's decreased the retrieve damage from wing shurikens per hit from 12 to 8. So I'm not sure if you can one-shot anymore using the left-click, right-click burst combo for squishies. We'll have to test it. This seems like a big hit, though, to the right-click. Maybe they didn't touch Torch because they're banking on Angela being able to keep him in check. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of hoping for, but I think I mean, yeah, Angela probably could, given the fact that she can fly infinitely into his face. So yeah, maybe. You might be onto something there, Fair, to be honest. You might be onto it.